Hello, welcome to my video. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 10th of July. Now, if you are new to my channel, I pretty much talk about the current global energies and I also discuss the Great Awakening process, which is currently happening on a very large scale. I'm here with my doggo Sophie. I had to put Sprocket in, my other dog, because he was barking too much today and being a bit naughty. So I'll just close my eyes and we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. I'm just getting, people are believing now they're at this crossroads. Now, I've been saying this for a while, that people who are waking up were on the fork in the road and they had to make a choice. But now I'm feeling like they're at this crossroads and they're almost like showing me like jaywalking as well, that they're cheating to get to a better life. People are wanting to jaywalk. They're wanting to just go straight across to a better life. They don't want to almost stand at the pedestrian crossing and wait for the signal. It's almost like government's only allowing them to cross the road when, for example, the little man turns green and you walk across the road after you've pressed the crossing button. These people are wanting to jaywalk. They want to go straight across in their own fashion, and that's what I'm getting for the people waking up. They want to go against government, even if it means that they're doing something illegal, and that's good. We need them to push back against government. So that's what I'm getting today's visual of, like, it's like the crossroads, but it's more like them, the people waking up are jaywalking. They're going against government, and this is that pushback. They're starting to push back against government, which is great. I'll see where else we go with this today. Gosh, and I am getting, this is to do with all this as well, is that the fines are starting to get heavier now. Or this could be around protesting, standing up, road blockades. We know the farmers are doing this currently in the Netherlands. There's a lot of this kind of happening and going on globally, that these things are kind of really being implemented now. There's going to be very, very serious fines. There could even be jail time. The fines are going to get like crazy now. People are starting to realise that they're losing their voices, and we know this is happening. We knew 2.5 years ago that people were going to lose their voices. They started passing all the bills here in Australia, in Canada, everywhere. They just want to shut people down so we don't have that freedom of speech. So I'm definitely getting there's going to be these real rises in the fines when it comes to like protesting, speaking out. I already talked about how YouTube's already starting to get tighter and tighter on the algorithms, and I think most of you have probably heard that Elon Musk, I think, has apparently pulled his Twitter deal because Twitter, of course, being the lovely honest platform that they are, wouldn't disclose the number of spam bots to him. So I don't know, we don't even know what the truths are sometimes around these stories, but apparently they wouldn't disclose the truth, so he's pulled the pin on that. So we know there's lots and lots happening, so there's definitely a lot of this increasing in fact checking, and they don't want any truths coming out, but we've always known that. But that's going to become more and more obvious around the fines and the excessive jail time that's being put out there, that people, if you protest on the streets, this is going to happen. You know, just nothing different, but probably more like China is like what we're kind of be getting, where they just be, people are going to start getting more squashed. That's probably the word I'm looking for there. People are getting more squashed, just like China. So there's going to be a lot more of this coming out in the next, I'd say the next few weeks to months. We're definitely going to hear more about these fines, and if people are putting out misinformation, it's going to now become a very serious matter. Oh God, no surprises for us, is it, on this channel? Well, we've all been fact-checked beyond belief. I'll see what else we get today. Yeah. I'm just getting that. I'm really getting that there's a lot of punishment coming. Oh, God. There's just this punishment for the little people. I feel like, and it's not us. If you're watching my channel, they can't punish us anymore because we're not in their line of fire. I talk here about us being the Mavericks, just like in Top Gun. We fly above the radar, and we took off ages ago. We're completely out of their radar now. But these other people that are starting to wake up and stand up against them they're going to start to get punished, and they're going to feel it either in their hip pocket with the fines, like I said, or just being like shut down and their mouths zipped up. I'm getting visuals again. I talked ages ago about their mouths being sewn up by government. Well, that's what I'm getting today, is these people who are trying to fight back and stand up, they're still being silenced. Gosh, this could even be around the medical professions. I talk a lot about these truth groups that are coming together. It could be like nurses, doctors, all sorts of industries, but particularly that medical professionals. They're trying to get information out. I talk about these whistleblowers and things, but the government and these people in power, they're still trying to sew up their lips. They're showing me like the needle, and they're sewing up their lips so they can't talk, and they can't speak the truth. And I'm definitely getting that. There's going to be a lot of this punishment and silencing. And it's frightening for people. It's really frightening to have a voice when you're facing fines, punishments, jail time. You know what happens to whistleblowers? I only have to mention one name, Julian Assange, is it? That's still going on. I know that's a much deeper issue, but that's just an example. Even when the Canadian Freedom Day came the other day, and Trudeau put Tamara, the leader of the truckers movement, again in jail for just to send a warning to everybody: don't you stand up against government, or we're going to put you in the slammer. So, this is how they do it. They're sewing people's mouths up so they still can't speak and tell the truths. Oh, it makes me sick. I know it makes you guys sick out there. So I'm definitely getting that. This is the people standing up, not us. We're not in this anymore. We're really removed from a lot of this. I really believe that. We're very removed from this. We're looking at these things from afar. We're not involved in all this now. I'll see what else we get today. God, for some reason I'm getting Peru. Now Peru, to me, is that where the there's some very big religious, spiritual, what's that place in Peru that you climb? They're like stairs. It's like a pyramid shape, but it's got a very it's like an ethereal building, and it's got very spiritual meaning to it. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Sorry guys, my brain just gets so fried sometimes. And it's layered, and people go there and they pray, and I'm positive it's in Peru. They go and they pray, and for some reason I'm getting this visual of there's something significant at the moment about this it's like a pyramid formation in Peru. I know, gosh, I'll think of it the minute I get off this video. I know you guys get it. I just can't think of it. Sorry, guys. It'll come to me. If I think of it, I'll jot it down in the comments below. But it's this place that people... Oh, Machu Picchu? Is that it? Machu Picchu. Oh, my God. Today I'm getting Machu Picchu. So if anyone's been to Machu Picchu out there, share your experience with us down here, because today I'm getting that visual and I'm getting the meaning of Machu Picchu. It has some significant impact on what we're currently going through with this awakening process. We might need to do a bit of research here and share our experiences, but I'm definitely getting Machu Picchu. It's got this spiritual significance to what we're currently going through. Now, that could be something from the past that's now coming into our future, and this is for you watching my channel. We need to sort of have this connection to Machu Picchu. So we probably need to go and do some research here on my channel, and we'll all get back and leave our messages below. But Machu Picchu is a very spiritual place that a lot of people visit regularly, a lot of tourists. It's one of those places, and I'm sure it's in Peru. And I'm thinking of Peru. Is that the Celestine Prophecy? That's a great book as well. There's a lot of little messages coming in, overlapping here in my mind at the moment. This is that awakening process. For anyone who's read the Celestine Prophecy, it talks a lot about synchronicities, signs, awakenings, and starting to see the world differently. This is the kind of thing I'm getting around this Machu Picchu. I think that's how you say it. You guys know what I mean. I'll see where else we go with this today, but that's something that's very significant to this awakening process. Maybe we have to do what I'm often saying here. We have to look back in order to go forward. So it's that looking back in history in order to move our lives forward. So go and investigate that today, guys. But I'm definitely getting something around this Machu Picchu, and that spiritual energy is like, it's almost saying like it's re-rising again. That vibration is re-rising. Oh, it's so interesting. I'll just see where else we go today. People are finding, this is the people waking up, not you guys. People are finding this all very disturbing. People are very disturbed by what is currently going on. Now, they should be, because we know what's currently going on, but they're very disturbed about the financial collapses in their lives. They're very disturbed about the farming issues that are now happening in the Netherlands, and the shortages of foods. They're very concerned about this strange climate that seems to be taking hold everywhere, meaning the enormous flooding and, well, we would say probably on my channel, cloud seeding. But of course we can't talk about that because nobody believes us anyway. But I live in the snowy mountains, and I can tell you they cloud seed and they make artificial snow all the time. If we have a bad season, they just make artificial snow. It's not hard. So we all know these things are possible. So people are really seeing this now. They're seeing that complexity of what's happening with their old life. I keep saying it. They're grieving their old life. And you know, it almost feels to them like they've been under some sort of spell, and they're waking up. And you think about it, if you've, for example, say been hypnotized, which we know they were in the mass psychosis, it's like they're waking up from this spell, but the people waking up are very groggy. It's like they're trying to find their footing. It's like I said on the roller coaster ride, they're a bit dizzy and dazed, and this is what I'm getting. Their energy is very, it's heavy, it's blurry, it's foggy. They're trying to see clearer and work all this out. We know that's what they're trying to do. So I'm definitely getting that energy of that waking up process is like, it's very heavy, dense energy that they're currently experiencing at the moment. I'll just see if there's any closing messages today. Gosh, for some reason I'm getting Canada, all eyes are on you. That's interesting. Now that could also be because you were the start of all of this. If we think about it, that truckers movement highlighted, I always say it, you guys highlighted to the rest of the globe and the rest of the world what is going on and how complex this all is. And I'm definitely getting that eyes are on you still, Canada. A lot of us, especially like here in Australia, for example, New Zealand, everywhere, we all look at you guys to see what's kind of happening next. Like, we know Trudeau is an absolute leader of Klaus Schwab. There's no denying it. And he just comes out, he's ruthless. He doesn't care. He's not like Macron. I talk about Macron and other leaders who are more subtle and more mature in their approach. Trudeau just wants to stomp on everybody, take charge, implement his agenda, and so be it. And so a lot of people look at Canada for that, how and what's going to kind of come out next. So I'm definitely getting that in Canada. You guys are still a country that people are looking at to see what's actually happening. I'm very blessed here. I have you guys on my channel too, and you keep us all up to date here in Australia with what's going on, because it's absolute madness, isn't it, the stuff that's happening. Gosh. So people are looking now at Canada, because Canada was the source of a lot of the information coming out. So we sort of feel like, oh, well, what's coming next? What's coming next? Well, let's look at Canada. And if you think about it, that Canada, you started those trucker and farm movements in America, and now here we are in the Netherlands, and look at Sri Lanka storming the parliament. How fantastic is that? I just love it. But people are following, you know, people are following. Well, hang on, we saw what happened to these people in Canada, so let's stand up now and see if we can make a difference. So you gave people that strength. Just remember that over there, that you guys really did give people a lot of strength to stand up and fight. I'll just see if there's anything to close with today. Well, I guess the guides are saying, and this is for you guys too on my channel here, is how are we going to navigate this into the future? Like, how are we going to move forward and like make a difference in the world? And do we just sort of sit here in the chair and go, oh, well, there's nothing we can do? Because I know the guides have been saying that we've got to be a bit anonymous and save ourselves and protect ourselves, not only from government, but from our teenage kids, Louise. Oh my God, it's so hard. So this is what I'm kind of getting today. Like, I'm gonna ask, the guys said they're gonna give us some tools on how do we go forward and what do we kind of do next. So I'll just close my eyes, they're saying, and they'll give us some clues. They're kind of saying, I talked in my video this morning about building bridges, and they're kind of saying like we are the bridge. So we're the people, and I talked about this the other day, between government and the people waking up. We're the bridge. We're the bridge in the middle. It's showing me like us in a banana shape with our arms out and our feet at one side. And we're allowing people to kind of walk over us like a bridge, if that makes sense, because this is kind of like our body, and we're allowing people to kind of walk, not literally walk over us, but we're allowing them to get to the other side. It's almost like we're providing that bridge because we're providing the information. We're still here. We're still mirroring to them that they were lied to. That's pretty strong right there. They know they were lied to. So this is what I'm getting. We're like the bridge, connecting the like government to these people waking up. We're like this bridge in between, because we know the information, we know what's coming out. We've planted many seeds, we've watered our gardens, we've tended to the truths and allowed them to kind of grow. So we're like this bridge. I'm definitely getting that from the guides today, that we're acting as the bridge between government and people waking up. I'll just see what else they give us. And the guides are saying, look, they're showing me like this kind of hand gesture, like there's no harm in trying. Like, what have we got to lose by staying in our truth, by planting seeds, by trying to let people know the information? There's nothing wrong with that. We've got nothing to lose. We've got everything to gain by doing that. And the guides are saying that's our true strength, is that we do fight back and we push back, and we're very strong as people in that we make our stance, but then we also protect ourselves, and it's again saying that we have this really good balance of doing that, going in like for the fight, but then retreating and giving ourselves that respite to recoup. I'm definitely getting that. I'll see if there's any last messages. They're just saying like we have to unburden ourselves of that big responsibility as well. As much as we're in between government and the people waking up, it's also showing me like this big truck, speaking of trucks, over there in Canada, and it's a B double truck. I don't know if you know what a B double truck is, but it's usually got two big trailers on the back, and you can uncouple one, and they have uncoupling bays and things on mountains and things, and you can uncouple one and then go down, and then you come back up and get the other one. And this kind of thing happens because you sometimes can't take B doubles on certain windy roads and things, but this is kind of what the guides are saying to us. We have to uncouple some of these trailers off our trucks so our load isn't so heavy. We have to like lighten our load, and I think, to be honest, a lot of you are already doing that. We've lightened our load heaps. If you look back to 2.5 years ago, or anyone that's joined my channel recently, we've let a lot of our burdens, and we've sort of dropped the backpacks of all our old emotions and feelings and hurts and pains. We've dropped all that. It's like the uncoupling of the truck trailer, and we've let that go. We can come back and get it at another time if we choose to, but most of us don't. We drive off and we lighten our load, and that's what the guides are saying is very important, that we stay really light in our energy. And that's why it's so important that we get out here in nature, we spend time with our family, we're cooking, we're kayaking, we're bike riding. Danielle, you're bike riding and cooking, and everybody's doing different things. Zach, you're out there sharing your journey as well with all of us. Like, we're all sharing, we're intermingling, we've built our bridges, and this is how we keep ourselves lighter and more energized without being like dragged down by all the trailers on the truck. I'm definitely getting that today. I'll see if there's anything to close with. Yep, be strong, be firm in your convictions. Don't be degraded. Don't give in. do not give in. And I just want you to know, and the guys are saying that you're making big changes. You're making big changes in this big old world out there. And I know sometimes you're probably like me and we think, how can us little people make any difference in the world? But you're making a huge difference in the world, because it's about vibration. And like the guides keep saying, we're between the government and the people waking up. And this is why you just keep flashing that little bit of info, little bit of light, for them to keep waking up. That's what they're doing. They're waking up. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Look, I'm going to leave you with that today. I think that's a lot for us to work out and absorb. Just stay being you, be true to yourself, keep living your best life. That's all we can do in this chaos and madness. And I will say goodbye from Australia. I will talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like buttons and the bell notification as well. And I will say goodbye. Take care, everybody. Bye from Australia. Bye.